All right, hello everyone. Just wanted to come in and drop a real quick video about some stuff that's going on with the shop. Kind of been super busy. Just kind of wanted to come in and let you guys know, yep, we're still alive. We're still working. We did enjoy our vacation, but we are back to work. Mama went back to work today. I went back to work. Family is back safe and sound with their families back at home. So had a great time. It's time to go back to work. As you know, I think I dropped a quick video and a quick little blurb there on the Facebook page about test printing 62 different kits. I think maybe five now have to be resized, and they weren't off by much. So those will get done here pretty quick. The other ones, what we're doing right now, the other 55 or so, they are in their final prints of going back through and then doing all of the interiors, the tanks, and all the other accessories and all that. A lot of them have different versions, so there might be 6, 7 different sleeper versions of each one. So all those are getting printed out. The Pete 386 just finished it this morning. Let it run last night. It has 4 or 5 different sleepers in it. Did the LTL 9000. It has 4 or 5 different sleepers in it. So just getting all that printed, getting all that done, getting all that ready. A couple other ones we need to finish. Doing some. Oh, about dropped it. Doing some love for the European guys. Got a Kenworth K200. The Argosy still sitting here. Haven't done much with that. It's pretty soft, kind of bulky. I'll see what I can do with that. It's a cool looking truck, but just not super happy with the quality's good. It's just toy like. It's not going to be kind of what we come to expect from some of the other designers. And I'll be honest, that's what it was designed for, was to be a toy. It wasn't designed for selling anything like that. So it's exactly what they were doing. The White Western Star 4800, it's finished. All of the final stuff is being done for that. Lots of stuff. I can't even sit here and tell you how much is going on. The ones I can't tell you the ones that need to finish. I've got some Freightliners, FLD 120s, FLCs, the long hood. All those need to finish with their interiors. The Coronado, Cascadia needs to finish all of its interior stuff. The T680, 6880, still struggling with scale on those. Just what's going to have to happen there is they're going to get scaled to fit a chassis in 124th or 125th scale. More than likely a 124 scale kit. I have a bunch of kits here above my head. Maybe the Wrecker kit, put that chassis together, see what we come up with there. Just make it scale to that. It is what it is. You make a couple different changes to that and it just throws it all way out of whack. Something else printed up the other day were some chassis. These were available from Alpha Centauri. I kind of asked him if he was ever doing anything like this, and he's like, "Yeah, I've done these." Oh, let me have them. So I have them. These are 125th scale right here. I also have a couple over here in 132nd scale. Actually, 132nd scale, and more than likely it's going to go on the Freightliner. So that's going to look pretty good. 2 different style chassis. This one is a Freightliner chassis. And then the other one that I had, this one is a Kenworth chassis. So you can use them for whatever. It's not going to matter. Don't say that out loud, but it's not going to matter. So 21-hour prints. They're big. They go down in the big printers, in the M7 Max printers, 21 hours. Not going to be a lot of them. But what could come of that is a kit maybe something scaled to fit that. That will be a full kit: engine, wheels, tires, cab, the works. We'll see. I know Mr. Blake Bailey was super excited about it when he saw him. So that's part of the plan. Not going to push it. Not going to make sure it gets done today, tomorrow. That part, it'll come. The biggest thing we'll do, screaming blank. Biggest thing to do for the rest of the week is get all these pictures taken. If you could see my corner over here where the photo booth and everything is, there's 35, 40 boxes on the floor that are just full of test prints ready to go. So I'm going to get all those done, get everything posted by the end of the week, get the store back open. Yes, the Marmons will be first. Marmons will be first to be listed, first to get ready to go. Super excited about those. Cannot wait to get those out. Got some more surprises, things in store. One big one, just got Nahul's came out with several new releases. 2 auto cars, Dodge D800, and I know that's been asked for a lot. I will get that printed. That'll probably print tomorrow. I'll get that printed and tested and get that out. Both of the Ford 8 Big Job and the Ford 800 are printed, ready for pictures. 15 different Macs are ready for pictures. I don't think that's an exaggeration either. I think there's a lot. The whites, the white Road Commanders, they're ready to go. Just a ton of stuff. I think the Road Commanders, those would be pretty good here. This is just a white 64. I think that would fit on there quite well. That might, a couple hacks and slices, that might not be so bad. Well, got some stuff going. Also, I'll get pictures of this out here on the Facebook page on the group here pretty quick. Work with Nahul on a design, sending pictures of what I was interested in. We now have an ambulance box. I can't think, it's an MV115, I do believe. Test printed it last night, got it off the printers this morning. Full box, full interior. Interior, the roof is removable. The side door is removable. None of the other doors are, but you can work your magic and cut those open. I'll get those out so everybody can see them. That'll be in the Facebook group page, Brian's 3D Marketplace. And I'll post that in a couple of other different places as well. Wow. I got so much to say. I just a ton going on. Forget where the heck I'm going. I've got some stuff back there that I forgot what they are. I printed so much. I'm going to go back through my notes on everything. I don't know anybody else does it. Everything I print, scales, sizes, is all right here. This is my second one of these since I've been printing. Everything I do, test prints, sizes, scales, just keeping track. Also, when you're running 20 printers now, I have to write everything down. I can't remember what's there. Plus, it helps me remember. If I look at it, write it down, it helps me remember what's going on a little bit better. Getting older. Let's see. What else? Don't know. Everything came out really well. I haven't printed anything for over almost a week. Was kind of worried that usually a hard time for me to start printing again after they've been down, even though, you go in, you stir everything up, you mix everything up. Usually that first round is terrible. Only had one issue with one of the Anycubics, actually. It just didn't adhere to the bottom. The print was good. You could just see where part of it came loose and it was bouncing. But actually the print turned out good. I don't know how I did that. But started hollowing out my tanks. There's just, some of them are heavy. That's a lot of resin. So started hollowing some of those out. You'll start to see some of those. Trying to think of what else. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I do have some stuff, honeydews, that I'm going to try and work in, but I let the wife know that the store's coming first this week. She goes on a work trip next week for they're doing an upgrade, and she works with protons and neurons and all that fun stuff. So she'll be doing that. So I'll be able to get a lot of extra stuff done. We do have another vacation coming up in a couple months or so. Probably won't close the store for that. Maybe we'll see. It depends on how far behind I get. You all know. I mean, you've heard me say the fiasco that I created my own self by falling behind and not printing anything and keeping the store open. Probably don't plan on doing that again, but we'll see what happens. God, work on the P16. Son of a booger that hit my elbow. This is the engine right now. Hopefully there's another engine that comes out here soon that I'll be able to do better on. But it's wired and plumbed, ready for the last of the. I had to make the pump, the compressor. Had to make the pulleys and stuff for that. So still have to do a couple things on the mounts for that. But hopefully there's another V12 coming out soon. We'll see what happens there. Other than that, the P16 is about ready for paint. As far as major components, the frame is all plumbed and wired now. I do have the air tanks. I printed the air tanks from the Hayes that I wanted on there. The tanks that come with it, I myself use those as water tanks. You can go back in and a ton of pictures and research you can do. Those are water. Some of them are used for water tanks for the brake system, so they can cool the brakes. You can see the connections and the stuff in the back for those. I used all three of those tanks for that water source for water tanks. And then what I will do with the tanks that I printed from the Hayes log hauler, I will finish plumbing and wire those for the air brake system. Just have two more sets of hoses to run for that, and that's all done. Engine, like I said, the engine's ready. Just need to do the final plumbing to the firewall for that. Anybody out there has watched the video from Night Shift on his, mine will not be that congested on that back firewall. I'll still have plenty there. There'll still be a lot of good detail. Probably just not that much. Got some a little different, using what they called a compressor as the air dryer. Put the compressor on the engine itself, mounted it to the top there. So just got just a few different things than how that was done. Super excited about the weathering. I'm going to try and do some of the stuff that they did on the video. I'm not that great. I've never gone to that length before for any of my detailing, so it'd be super interesting to see how that goes. Learned a lot. Watched that video a lot of the Saturday nights. Sitting up here, working on the kit itself. That's my model night is Saturday night, where I can get some pretty good bench time and sit there and watch that and make sure check the details and everything. Let's see. Really don't know much of what else to say as far as what's going on. I know this was ramble and just shot all over the place, so I apologize. But again, a lot going on. I've got a ton to go do. Start my pictures to get some of that stuff. Shopify account is almost ready to go. Being able to get some work done on that, being able to use the computer instead of my iPad has been a lot quicker. Some of that stuff doesn't, I use Safari. I don't do any of the other ones on my iPad. Some of the data doesn't transfer. Some of the data you can't get. Being able to use my laptop and everything has been super good for that. So hopefully here soon. Still trying to get some of the pictures done. Lost a lot of pictures. I'm hoping that there's an app or something that I can use to get all that to transfer back over. Again, I think that probably came from the iPad. but a lot of the other stuff is done. Just need to pull the trigger and get it going. I think that's probably it. That Shopify will be open. The eBay store will still be open. Something from the eBay store, I'll tell you all here in a minute. Then we'll just kind of migrate out of it. I don't think I'll get 100% out of eBay. I might still have some stuff over there, just not a ton. Wanted to go through some stuff. The eBay store. I'm not going to focus on the automotive as much anymore. Probably 95% of what I will have in the stores are going to be truck and semi related. It's just where my focus wants to go. It's where my focus wants to be. I love printing the stuff from Andre and Nahul as far as their automotive stuff, but I just want to focus on big trucks, and everything that's there. I just want to focus on trucks. I will still post and list the new releases from Andre, and then if Nahul has anything that kind of floats into the truck side. I know like I said, he just came out with the auto cars, the Dodge. I know he's shared some stuff he has in the works with me. So those will all be pretty cool. He did just put out a D100 truck. I know that's been asked for a lot. So I'll get that going as well. But along with his D800, I do, like I said, just want to focus mainly on big truck stuff. You'll also see, and I'm sorry for this, but you'll also see some cost increases on the big truck side. Not because of what's going on, not because of anything, that's going on in the world. Anyway, just one, going from 11 to 20 printers, that's a lot more resin. So, that's going to be an extra cost. Things that I can't absorb anymore, or that I'm not going to absorb anymore. All the bottles, you clean the bottles before you throw them out. I can't absorb that anymore. That's a lot of alcohol that goes into that. Used or unused, it's still a cost. The time to do it, I use 4 to 5 bottles of resin a day when we're full speed, and that's a lot. So again, you got to clean all that. You have to let all that dry. That's man hours. There's probably 1 to 2 trips a month down to hazardous waste where I get rid of all my alcohol that just won't settle out anymore. So there's a couple trips down there. I'm not going to store that in the house. I don't store it in the house anyway. It's in a fireproof cabinet out in the garage, but I just don't want to. I'm not going to keep it on hand. So that's a trip once or twice a month down to downtown Jacksonville. It's 30-mile one way for me, so it's a 60-mile round trip. Doesn't matter the cost of fuel. It's going to be $3 a gallon, $4 a gallon. I think it just dipped back below $4 a gallon here. We just fueled up for like $3.96 on Saturday. So, it is what it is. But that's just the cost I can't eat anymore. So I do have to pass that on. It won't be more than 10%. There's, really no need for that. Most kits are going to stay between $85 and $95 plus shipping. Make sure you all know that if you don't want to pay priority shipping, scroll down. I do have Ground Advantage. That's always an option. It's just not one of the first 3 that pop up. So you have to scroll down to find it. Guys, like I said, sorry about that. It's just the way it is. I can't eat it anymore. I've eaten those costs since day one. Trips to go purchase alcohol. I usually try to involve those when I come back from hazardous waste. But there's also, a couple trips a week where bounce down to Lowe's or Home Depot, and have to buy alcohol. I'm not going to absorb those costs anymore either. It's just part of the business, and it's shouldn't come as a surprise. But like I said, there was a lot of that I just wasn't passing on. I just can't do it anymore. Other than that, I've said that twice, 3 times now, maybe. I'm pretty sure that's about it. Keep your eyes posted. I will also post in the Facebook group everything that's being listed as well, along with a link to the store. I get asked a million times, and it's get asked a million more. So it is what it is. Again, thanks for all your support. Thanks for your understanding. There were several customers last time that canceled their orders. Man, I do apologize for that. Everything shipped long before it was due out. eBay, when we went on vacation that time, eBay threw a 20-day lead time into the vacation and extended some of the delivery dates. And I did not know they would do that because I think some of them are like due to ship the 14th of May, and then it went to the 20th of June. Sorry, didn't know it was going to do that, but everything's shipped out long before the 14th. So we had plenty of time. Just reach out to me. If you have an issue, reach out before you send me a pissy email and cancel your order. Find out why. Find out what's going on before you do anything. That's all I can ask. All right. I'm going to jump off here. I got a ton of stuff to do. Again, thanks for your understanding. Thanks for your patience. We'll be open and flying here soon. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all take care. Bye.